Students, welcome back. Today is the turn of chapter number 4, and from today I am going to start new chapter. Students, you know in first chapter you studied about the functions of management. How many functions were there? Total 5 functions were there in management. Or we can say if you are asked to perform the function of management in any organization as an administrative manager, then what steps you will take to organize that, to manage that. So the steps that will be taken by you to manage the organization on administrative basis, so those functions are being taught to you, and those functions are planning, organizing, staffing, directing and controlling. So now onward, students, in upcoming chapter all these functions will be studied by you separately. And students, keep in your mind always that in every chapter there is a process. There is a process to how to make plans, or we can say how we do planning in any organization, and what steps are taken to organize the organization. The next function is staffing. Then what steps are taken in staffing function. Thereafter directing, there is a process also. What steps are taken in directing. And thereafter the last top chapter is controlling. And the controlling process is also there. So it is advised to you that in every chapter you should study and you should always learn the process of each and every function of management. Now I will say that you have to learn compulsorily planning process, you have to learn compulsorily organizing process, you have to learn staffing process, directing process and controlling process. And the process is very important. Every year student, definitely one long question is there in examination in which the process is asked of any one function. So I am not saying that it only process you should learn. Other topics are also there, but if you are learning total 5 process of different function, then it make it sure that one question will be definitely there in examination. So before starting the chapter, I would like to tell you what you are going to study here and what is being deleted from your syllabus by CBSE for this year board examination. Students, in this chapter you have to learn the concept of planning, meaning of planning, definition of planning, then its features, its importance, its limitations, thereafter the planning process. After that, in your chapter, plans are given. Standing plan is there, single use plan is there, and types of plans are also there. So these have been deleted from your syllabus. Only 4 topics you have to learn, you have to study in this chapter, that is meaning and definition of planning, then its characteristics, its importance, its limitation, and the last one is its process. So let's start our first function of management, that is planning. What planning is? Students, in your life, routine life, everyone is making plans. If you are going to do anything, if you are going to prepare for your examination, you are also making plans how to prepare for the examination so that you can achieve best marks. Is that clear, student? In the same way, every businessman is also make plans for itself, because it has some targets, it has some goals in his life to achieve in business. That is why every businessman is making some plans to achieve them. And without planning, if you are going anywhere without planning, at that time you may have to face a lot of consequences, and if we are talking about business, then you may have to face a lot of, you may have to bear losses. Clear, student? So let us take one example, and I think that each one of you and most of you like to play cricket. And if in every match, if any team is going to play the cricket match, then do you think that it comes to play without planning? No. It has 2, 3 or 4 plans. Suppose if one plan fails, then we will implement second plan. If second plan fails, then we will implement third plan. In the same way, the businessman also prepares some plans in advance to achieve. And it is also not making one plan only. It is making 2, 3 or 4 plans. Suppose if one plan fails, then it will implement second plan in the same way. Is that clear? So student, what planning is? In simple word we can say, planning is what to do, when to do, where to do, and by whom it is to be done. So student, we can define these words in another way also. Planning means thinking in advance what to do, when to do, where to do, and most of all by whom it is to be done. And planning also bridges the gap between where we are today and where we want to reach, or what we are today and what we want to achieve. So that is planning. Clear, student? I hope you would have understood this. So everywhere in your life also there is planning. Whatever work you are doing, you are also making plans. Your father is managing your family. He is also making plans to manage the family. And your mother is also managing home, kitchen, and she is also making plans to manage each and everything in home. Clear, student? So we will now move forward towards its feature, and I hope that you would have understood the meaning of plan. What planning is? Planning means thinking in advance what to do, when to do, where to do, and by whom it is to be done. And planning also bridges the gap between where we are and where we want to go, or we can say what we are and what we want to achieve. Okay, students, so let's move towards the features of planning.